Episode 5, Breaking the Frame. If laws are stories about power, we can write new stories. For 4 episodes, we've peeled back the layers of law. We've seen how rules that look neutral can be tools of control. We've watched nations behave like corporations and citizens turned into commodities. This isn't a conspiracy, it's a structure built out of decisions, habits, and assumptions. But a structure is not a destiny. Law is not gravity. It is a language we use to organize ourselves, and languages can change. Every rule you know today was written by someone. Every institution you navigate was designed. That means it can be redesigned. And if it can be redesigned, it can be redesigned by you. History proves it. The abolition of slavery, the end of child labor, women's suffrage, civil rights protections, indigenous land claims, environmental safeguards, marriage equality, none of these were gifts handed down from above. They were fought for, imagined, and then written into law. The same legal system that once justified oppression was later used as a lever for liberation. The master's tools can dismantle the master's house when enough hands take hold. We are living in another inflection point. How societies handle data, climate, migration, health, and work will decide whether law remains a mechanism of extraction or becomes a framework for dignity. This choice is not abstract. It shows up in zoning hearings, privacy policies, union drives, school boards, police budgets, public health mandates, and ballots. It shows up in the stories we tell about ourselves. Are we resources or are we participants? Breaking the frame does not mean rejecting all rules. It means recognizing the frame for what it is, a set of agreements that can be negotiated. It means shifting from seeing ourselves as commodities to seeing ourselves as co-authors. It means asking before every statute, regulation, and contract, who benefits, who is harmed, and who gets to decide. Other models already exist. Restorative justice replaces punishment with repair. Participatory budgeting gives communities direct control over spending. Indigenous legal traditions emphasize stewardship and reciprocity rather than ownership and extraction. Cooperatives, community land trusts, and open source movements show that value can be created and shared without treating people as units to be managed. None of these are utopias, but they are proof that alternatives are possible. To break the frame, we also need a different imagination of success. Instead of GDP, productivity, or credit scores, what if we measured dignity, care, or ecological health? What if a city's bottom line was the well-being of its children or the resilience of its ecosystem? Metrics sound technical, but they embody values, and values can change. The powerful lesson is this. Law follows imagination. Before it can be passed, it must be pictured. Before it can be enforced, it must be believed. That gives you, the viewer, a role. You are not just a consumer of rules, you are part of the collective that gives them legitimacy. Seeing that clearly is the first act of freedom. Acting on it is the next. As you finish this series, please take a moment to look at the invisible codes around you. Workplace policies, service terms, local ordinances, national laws, each of them was once just an idea. Each of them still contains the fingerprints of power, and each of them can be changed. The question is not whether law will shape the future, but whether you will help shape the law. We are born into rules we did not choose, but we are not condemned to live without choice. If laws are stories about power, then our next chapter is waiting to be written. The pen is already in your hand.